Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time Car Show that airs live every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to noon Central. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com. From Studio A in Texas, USA, it's the award-winning all things automotive car talk show, In Wheel Time. Just ahead, a review of our new car of the week, the 2020 Lexus LS 500. This week in automotive history, and we'll have stories making auto news headlines, along with a smattering of guests. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, October 31st, 2020. Boo! And happy Halloween, everybody.
Boo!
I can say that, can't I?
Yes.
I apparently I can say just about anything I want to, can't I?
Almost.
This is the internet. We're not held by FCC rules anymore.
Regulations. Where's the liquor? Break out the liquor. Not supposed to have liquor in a radio station.
Really?
Not supposed to drink it in a radio station.
That's why they all smoked weed.
That's exactly what it was. KPFT was known for that. How do I know? Don't ask me.
You don't remember.
I don't remember anything anymore.
All your money when you were young went up in smoke.
I burned all that up, didn't I? It's one way or the other.
Love that movie.
Yeah. Well, speaking of movies.
And being on the move.
We've got really an interesting guest here, and we're going to go to him now. His name is Will Coleman. Or is that Goldman?
Goldman.
No, it's
Coleman. And he is the founder and CEO of Alto Ride Share. Will, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Where are you? You're driving somewhere.
Well, I'm being driven somewhere.
Oh, you're being driven.
There's no better way to be on a car talk show than to be in the back of an Alto for the interview. So I'm coming to you live from. I think we're in Alto 51 here in Dallas, and I'm not making my way all the way back down to Houston today, but we're excited to be launching there in the Houston market.
Yeah, and so that's what we wanted to talk to you today about, is the fact that Alto is an employee-based, on-demand ride-share company that is coming to Houston in the not-too-distant future. A dedicated fleet of 5-star crash-rated SUVs and a team of fully employed, vetted and trained, uniformed drivers. So I don't even know where to begin asking you questions. First of all, let's talk about Alto and the fact that this is a ride-share program that is actually, these people are drivers, but it's your own Alto fleet. Do I understand it correctly?
Yeah, you've got it right. We're what we're trying to do is take the convenience of rideshare and bring the safety, consistency, and quality that we think customers have come to expect from other products that they're not getting in the rideshare space.
Other products. Let's use for an example Uber and Lyft.
So you're trying to bring a level of professionalism to rideshare that might not be there in other vendors.
You got it. Yeah, we think of ourselves more like a Starbucks or a Westin than an Uber or a Lyft because of that consistent quality that you're always going to get. Every time you walk into a Starbucks, you know exactly how it's going to smell, you know how it's going to taste. They're going to make the coffee the exact way that you want. There's a level of consistency and professionalism that you can only get if you really control the end-to-end process. And so at Alto, that's really what we're aiming to do, is by having W-2 employee drivers that we can select and vet, train, and help them have the tools to deliver a consistent and high quality customer experience every time. We give them one of these beautiful 6-passenger SUVs with captain's chairs. It's a roomy and comfortable ride for one, and great for going out on date night or with another couple. And so you always know you're going to be in the highest degree of safety and in the highest degree of consistency and quality every single ride.
So you use Alto as your DD.
Yeah. So what possessed you to venture into this market? Because, I mean, let's face it, especially one of the other two formerly mentioned rideshare programs, they got a head start on you. What motivated you to start Alto?
Yeah, I was spending a lot of time in the space in my previous job as a management consultant, traveling around the U.S. and the world, spending days in hotels, airlines, but in particular cars. And I really noticed that as these guys they did get a big head start, but really this is still a very new industry. And as that, it started to just really begin to mature in the last couple of years. I mean, we're still only probably 8 to 10 years into the rideshare industry as a whole. And I just noticed that there were, as the industry got bigger, it also became less consistent, less safe, and didn't meet my needs. We started doing some research. I started with my wife. I found she didn't even have either of the apps on her phone and was only taking rideshare if she was riding with me. And we did research around the U.S. and found that the two of us weren't alone. There's a lot of professionals, families, women in particular, who were looking for something better to help them get around. And we thought that we could learn from our competitors and the mistakes that they've made that we think that we can, frankly, correct easier and better than they can.
Are you cost competitive, Will?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, by having, we actually think that the model that we've set up is much more cost efficient because we buy our vehicles at scale. That means that we can do it in a way that is much more efficient than an individual driver going to a dealership and buying or selling their car. We can also buy all of the things that go around, all of our COGS, our cost of goods, the car, maintenance, fuel, insurance. Those are all things that we can do at a large fleet scale across several hundred vehicles, hopefully someday several thousand vehicles, that are expensive, but that we can leverage that power to make the cost work.
So you're already settled in the Dallas market. Is that what I understand?
Absolutely. We launched in Dallas in January of 2019, so a little over a year and a half ago. And we have been operating here in Dallas since then, growing really quickly from a fleet of just 10 cars on the road to 75 or 80 now. We've launched in Houston and just in the beginning of October. So it's been exactly 1 month. We're seeing great success there so far. And we're really excited to continue to grow in Houston in the same way that we did here in Dallas.
So functionally, you have a phone app that's functions similar to what your competitors do?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the convenience factor we try to deliver the same that our competitors would. You download the Alto app you can go to www.ridealto.com/download, or you can find us in the Google Play or Apple App Store. Once you have the app, you create an account, put in your credit card information, and you can request a ride on demand. Right there from the app, you can track your vehicle, see your driver, and we can take you anywhere you need to go within the Houston Metroplex.
So on the Apple Play and iPhone store, it's ALTO is what you'd search for?
Yep. Yeah, you can type in Alto. There's happens to be a video game called Alto's Audacy that's been out a little bit longer than us.
And let me just interject. There's also Alto Pharmacy and Alto's Adventure, but you are under Ride Alto.
Alto.
Yeah. I got it.
I want to make sure people get your app and not whatever the video game is.
Yeah, exactly. It's
the
a
video
kid
game's
game.
Pretty good too. I've tried it out. It's all right.
So one of the things that I did notice on your website was the fact that you're very COVID conscious, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the big differentiators in our model, again, is safety and consistency. Those two things are really, really important to us. And safety, what safety means to everyone today is actually quite different than when we started. But that the reason we built the company like this is so that we could respond to the changing consumer needs. Because we have our own vehicles, it means actually my iPad that I'm coming to you live from is clipped to a plexiglass barrier that's between me and my Alto driver, Irma, right now. All of our vehicles have HEPA air filters. Masks are obviously required for both passengers and drivers. We use an EPA registered disinfectant multiple times a day to clean and disinfect the vehicles at the same kind of quality that you would expect from an airline or a hotel. And again, because we, really have this level of control over the product, we really think that we can go above and beyond in a way that, really no one else in the space can.
We're all looking at each other here because we've got so many questions to ask. So when you move to Houston, how is that going to work for us here? Will you tell us once we register with you that you're here in the market?
We're open in Houston now. We opened October 1st, so you can absolutely download the app and begin using it in the Houston market right now. In fact, we've already signed up several thousand customers in the Houston area and are getting quite busy, actually. We're hiring very quickly in Houston, drivers each week in order to continue to keep up with demand. We just shipped more cars down, and we've got another truckload of them that are coming off the lot in Detroit this week and are headed down to the Houston market as well because
of the
growth we're seeing there.
You kind of went over that earlier, but just to be clear, so you as a company are buying these vehicles. These are the company vehicles and company employees that you're dealing with, not just me driving part-time after hours or something like that.
Yeah, we do have part-time drivers. A lot of drivers still like to drive part-time and do it as in addition to something else, or maybe they're staying home part-time with their family. But they're all W-2 employees, which means that we can select them. Not anybody. You won't find the Drive Alto app in the App Store because it's not a public app. You have to be a hired Alto driver using one of our vehicles on our platform in order to pick somebody up.
Right.
And
so
we do buy we lease the vehicles, but it's effectively an ownership model. We, they're all Alto's cars. So we are a fleet operator. We operate, actually a lot like a rental car facility. If you're a driver, you come to one of our facilities, you drive your car there, you're issued an Alto vehicle, and you go out on the road and execute your shift, pick passengers up. And then at the end of the day, you bring the car back and take your personal car home.
Okay.
Why would I use Alto as opposed to Yellow Cab?
Probably smells better.
There's about 100 reasons, but it starts with, I don't even know how you would book one of those these days. You could call them up maybe. But also, I think what we saw in the taxi industry was really that, they just hadn't invested in not only technology, but the vehicles are quite dilapidated. And so we really thought that we could bring this kind of elevated experience to the space.
And they don't have Jim driving like they do in Taxi.
Jim, there you go.
We know convenience is super important to our customers, and part of that convenience is really the on-demand app-based nature. It's touchless. You create an account, you press a button, the car shows up, you get in, you get out. You don't have to deal with credit card processing or any of those sorts of things. And, it's part of that magic that we think makes the convenience factor what has really made rideshare generally very, very popular.
And how big
so we're really trying to build on that by adding this consistency.
All right. Well, we want you to hang on for just a second. We need to take a quick break here, and we want to ask how big your fleet is and what the response time is. So stay with us just for a second, okay? This is the Wheel Time Show, and we'll be back right after this.
Is dedication?
I am the father of a 9-year-old little girl and a 6-year-old little boy, and I find fatherhood both relentlessly challenging and relentlessly rewarding. My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much, from the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night, and every moment in between. It really is so special, and boy, is it exhausting. One thing that I fear about being a parent is the future for my children. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings. But I'm also hopeful that the future holds a more inclusive and compassionate world for them.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Show. We appreciate you joining us for our Halloween edition. And we have on the line with us on our Zoom feed this morning a fellow by the name of Will Coleman. He's the founder and CEO of a company called Alto Rideshare that is actually now here in town in the Houston area, started up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So, Will, thanks again for joining us. But I wanted to ask you, how big is the fleet here? And you said that it's growing, but how big is the fleet right now?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I during the commercial break, I looked down at my phone. I'm actually not 100% sure. We started with about 25 vehicles down there. We shipped more down last week, and more are on the way. So it's probably in the 30s today, and we'll be growing from there quickly.
And then that leads me into my next question, and that is the fact that, to be able to compete with the two major players, not that you're not a major player, but the longer-term players.
It's okay. We're still the
existing market.
in this
well,
situation.
I have to tell you that I'm a huge fan of the underdog. And so, and I don't mean to throw you under the bus there, but I mean, let's face it. I mean, the other guys have got a several-year head start on you, and we're talking
$2 billion too. I mean, I'm not so worried about the years, but it's $7 billion in the bank will definitely create a head start.
Yeah, but if one of them don't stay out of trouble, he's going to have to pay it all off in losses.
So let's talk about the size of the fleet and more specifically the response time with the fleet that you have, because let's face it, everybody and his mother is either an Uber or a Lyft driver, so you're competing with them too, are you not?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, we're out there trying to offer a differentiated service and believe that our customers choose us over those guys because of the fact that we're so different. I mean, if you have both of the other apps on your phone, you probably choose between them for a couple cents or maybe a minute of wait time. And the reason is because all the drivers and the vehicles are exactly the same. It's a real commodity, right? There's really no differentiation between the current products. And so what we thought is,
sometimes it's the same driver in the same car. The guy carries
absolutely.
a Lyft.
85% of the drivers are actually on both platforms.
Correct.
So it literally is the same driver in the same car in the vast majority of cases. Not only sometimes, pretty much every time.
But not with you guys.
Not with us. Not with us. You only know you're going to get a W-2 employed Alto driver in one of our vehicles, and that absolutely does mean that our wait times are slightly longer. We try to think of it more as planning time than wait time. So we ask our customers to plan 10 to 15 minutes in advance. Our average wait time is just over 10 minutes in our service area in Houston.
That's not bad.
And
no,
that's not bad at all.
And yeah, I mean, most people know where they're going to be going 10 minutes from now. And so we actually would prefer to be waiting on our customers than have our customers waiting on us. The first 5 minutes of wait time when we arrive is free. And so we just encourage our customers to spend that extra few minutes. It's actually really important, not only for the customer experience, but really for the cities that we operate in, including Houston. Obviously now during COVID, this isn't as big of an issue, but it's going to be one, which is congestion. And the studies absolutely show that, congestion is a real problem in major cities around the U.S. and around the world. And it's been exacerbated by the rideshare industry. And the reason for that is because there are so many drivers. The difference in number of vehicles that you need on the road to offer a 3-minute wait time versus an 11-minute wait time is literally 100 times more cars. And so think about the impact of that in terms of congestion, vehicle miles traveled, emissions. These are really important issues that we think, our consumers might not fully understand at the start, but are things that I think make sense and people are willing to make that trade-off for.
So you made a comment a couple of seconds ago about Houston service area. What is your boundaries of your Houston service area right now, knowing that you're still expanding, but right now?
Yeah. You can see the map actually at ridealto.com/locations. So that's the easiest place to see our specific service area. We serve the greater Houston area in total. But our on-demand service area, the places in which we can really offer that 10 to 15-minute pickup window, is really mostly inside the loop, from kind of the Heights into the Galleria area, River Oaks, and up into inside 610 and just to the east of 610 on the eastern loop side. we're growing that service area constantly as we add more vehicles and drivers. You know, we started in Dallas with about a 70-mile service area. We now serve 900 square miles of the DFW Metroplex. So, you know, as we grow, we'll be able to serve more and more folks with that 10-minute pickup window.
That makes sense because, I mean, like so you're saying if I know Friday night is my wedding anniversary and I got a special date, I want to take my wife out, we want to have a nice time. If I know that 3 or 4 days ahead of time, then, you know, I can schedule that. And so the wait time is really no big deal because it's kind of like making a reservation at the restaurant. You're going to do it all together.
Absolutely. We do offer pre-scheduled as well. Yeah. So, you know, at ridealto.com/pre-schedule, there's a lot of websites out there, but at ridealto.com/pre-schedule, you can anywhere in Houston pre-schedule a ride, even outside of our on-demand service area. So if you know you're going out on that date or need to get to the airport or get home from the airport, you know, you can pre-schedule that ride and we'll be there for you with absolutely no wait time.
Well, Will, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. I'm going to leave you with this question. Where are you going?
I'm headed home now to feed my twin babies. So we've got twin 4-month-olds and 2 others that are excited about Halloween. So I'm headed.
Well, I just wanted to
get one more question.
I just wanted to make sure that you weren't driving around the block on our dime.
Around and around. I keep seeing that car in the background. I noticed on your mask it says I voted with Alto. You've got? Isn't that what it says? It's kind of blurred out there.
Yeah, I voted with Alto. Yeah, thanks for noticing that. I voted yesterday with Alto, but the last day of early voting here in Texas, on Tuesday, November 3rd, we're actually offering free rides to the polls in both Houston and our Dallas service areas to anybody that needs a clean and safe ride to get to the local polling place and back. You can download the Alto app and put in the promo code VOTE2020. And that will get you access to 2 free rides to the polls and back on November 3rd.
So you're going to make rideshare great again.
I think maybe that might be my next baseball cap.
All right, very good. Will Coleman, thanks so much for joining us. RideAlto.com. We've got more of the In Wheel Time Car Show coming up right after a very quick break, so we invite you to stay tuned.
Thanks, man.
It's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Show. We very much appreciate you riding along with us today instead of ridealto.com.
What we need to do is we need to talk to Mr. Coleman and say, hey, you know.
Is it Coleman or Goldman?
Coleman.
Agador Abbott Spartacus.
Agador Spartacus.
Well, what he needs to do is they need to be playing our show in their cars.
That's exactly right. And we need to have it on a loop.
Okay.
So it'll loop every 2.5 hours.
We could do that.
The driver will hear that over and over.
Well, I'm going to definitely download the app because they're Texas-based. You know, and I think that's pretty cool, even though they're still growing in Houston. I like the fact that they're Texas-based.
Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the Lexus LS 500.
Oh, gosh.
What?
You always get such cool cars.
And you know what? No.
That is luxury.
You think?
Yes.
You know what I've misplaced?
Your car review.
No, I've got the car review, but I've only got half of it. You see, I'm missing a page.
So George Skelton said, what ride share service do ghosts use? Boober. Thanks, George. Wah, wah, wah. We need to get some better sound effects on
No,
that thing,
you know.
Well, I'm trying to burn a little time while you're looking.
Well, no,
for
I
whatever
found
it
it.
is.
I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, can I go on now?
I don't know. Can you?
No, I can't. Okay, it's the 2020 Lexus LS 500, and there's only one trim level. So that's it.
Super duper.
I guess so. It is the one. Size and class, it's called a midsize.
Oh, that's a big car.
It's a big car.
That's the biggest midsize I've
Well,
ever
that's
seen.
your U.S. government at work. They classified it as a midsize. It's a full-size sedan. Seats up to 5, but 4, really, especially because there's an option in the back. You can have buckets in the back. And you want those buckets.
Oh, yeah, I would think so.
Not the massaging
did yours have the
35.
buckets in the
Well,
back?
yeah, it had everything.
Yours always
This
does.
car was all new version for 2018. Needless to say, modern, classy design. You'll notice the nice bridge there in the background
San
with the
Francisco.
signature spindle grille, edgy headlight and side view mirrors, chrome rocker panel trim. Really kind of brought the look of the car down to the ground, so it has that kind of thing going for it. Sculpted taillights with built-in trunk spoiler. What I liked about it, the understated, elegant design of it. What could use improvement? Overpowering oversized grille. Interior highlights. Highly detailed design elements inside of this. And once you start looking at it, you're going to go, oh my gosh, they did that too. Optional quilted, stitched, perforated seating,
Say
which
that
is
again.
which is a $3,730 option. Hey, digital dash in infotainment display. Function control overload is all I can say, because you can control every single bit of this car.
Look at that steering wheel. That's a lot of buttons.
Yeah. You like that?
It's like a phone touchpad on
Pretty
a
much.
phone.
Cargo trunk room, it's big. What I liked about it, the control panel for the rear seat passengers and the fold-down center armrest, it's almost as big as the entire front dashboard. It's impressive, needless to say. What could use improvement? Replace that control panel touchpad in the center console with a wireless phone charger instead. All right.
You are so spoiled. I need a wireless phone charger.
All of the cars I'm getting now have wireless phone chargers.
Except this one.
Except this one. Twin turbo, 3.5 liter V6, 416 horsepower,
Wow.
442 pound-feet of torque, and
That's pretty good.
it acts like a huge V8 engine in there. 10-speed automatic transmission, 19 city, 30 highway for a combined of 23. I got 22.6 miles per gallon over 334.4 miles.
Did you hammer it?
What I liked about it, perfect power match. Yes, I did, and boy, it does go.
Yeah.
With that 10-speed, man, it gets up and moves. What could use improvement? Nothing. Engine acts like a V8. Ride and handling. Long wheelbase, controlled smoothness. Loved it. What could use improvement? Nothing. It's a luxury car with luxury car manners. And boy, I'll tell you what, there's no floater on this thing. It does not float down the highway at all. But that long wheelbase, it is to die for. Base trim price, $75,450. As tested, $94,075. Base model price, $75,450, because it's only one trim level.
But it's a high-level luxury.
BMW 7 Series.
Yeah, that's as good.
Entry level, $86,450. Porsche Panamera, $87,200. And the Mercedes-Benz S-Class is $94,250 to get in.
But that's where that car plays at that level. You
Yeah.
know, and it kind of fits there. I'd probably say also the Audi 7.
And I also want to mention the fact that the Lexus is one of the most highly rated in customer satisfaction.
Over and over and over
again. And I can tell you from experience, many years ago, I owned remember the original Lexus LS? Lexus RX. The Lexus RX, the little
Sport
bitty
utility.
the little egg-looking SUV. Man, I still love that car. I wish I had that car still. What a great car that was. All right. The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, TuneIn, Google Podcast, and Podcast Addict. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues after a quick break. So stay with us. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to noon Central on Facebook, YouTube, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, TuneIn, Google Podcast, and Podcast Addict. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.